25 years ago, Timothy Adams launched Systems Application and Technologies Incorporated, or SATEC, a military contractor he has grown into a 400-employee, $40 million a year enterprise. Among his many honors are being named one of Maryland's most admired CEOs by the Daily Record and one of the top 100 African American leaders in America by the U.S. Black Chamber of Commerce. Along the way, he has given much time, talent, and financial support to a vast array of businesses and civic causes, from the foundations of the University System of Maryland and Bowie State Universities to Doctors Community Hospital and national, state, and regional chambers of commerce, including the Baltimore-Washington Corridor Chamber. He grew up in New Orleans.
My father was in public safety. My mother eventually ended up being a substitute teacher. I think the influence I had from my father, he was one with a very strong work ethic, and he tried to impart that to all of us. My mother, on the other hand, had a work ethic, but she was the one who really taught us about giving, how important it was to give back, how important it was to give with no expectations of anything in return.
After earning a bachelor's degree from Xavier University and an MBA from the University of New Orleans, he was hired to work at the U.S. Navy testing facility on the West Coast.
Well, my first delve into the aerospace industry, I worked at Pacific Missile Test Center in Camarillo, California, in the Oxnard Plain. I started out as a courier and had the unique opportunity of being able to learn more about the weapon systems and support equipment while working on the finance side of the business in the evening. So it gave me a tremendous opportunity to really see how the two went hand in hand. I was very fortunate because at one point I became the go-to guy, Mr. Fix-It, when we had a problem and all. And then I started thinking to myself, I really would like to do things a little before with having to fix them. So I was presented an opportunity to create SATEC, to start it.
So in 1989, with the encouragement of mentors and clients, with a growing expertise but with scant resources, Timothy launched his company.
To help finance SATEC once we started going, times were a little different then. I was able to go into the bank and talk to them about wanting to have a loan. Of course, I had no collateral and they thought it was pretty funny that I was asking. But with some assistance, I had an opportunity to meet with the board at the bank. And I simply presented to them my business plan. And as they asked me, well, what if I wasn't successful? My reply to them was simply, I would get a job and pay them back. Some felt it was quite humorous, but they gave me the loan. One of the first contracts and some of the things we did initially was, that's when we first decided that maybe it was best that we didn't always fire the missiles, but that we could feed the data to the missiles and make them think they were flying and test them that way, which was the beginning of the whole support equipment craze. We were very fortunate at SATEC to be on the front end of that.
As an admirer of individuals who serve our nation's military, Timothy has personally supported them by backing the renovation of a reception and relaxation facility for wounded servicemen and women at Joint Base Andrews, and providing scholarships to top graduates of the Airman Leadership School.
I think it's important that we do more than just talk about it, that we all be engaged. Many have given the ultimate sacrifice, and many too have given of themselves that will probably change who they are for the rest of their lives.
Timothy has faced adversity, including an accident that landed him permanently in a wheelchair. His response is nothing short of remarkable.
A few years back, I was taking my kids into the museum in the Tidewater area. I slipped on the curb and woke up the next morning a paraplegic. Now, it has been the most rewarding experience of my life. From that, I've learned so much. I've learned about the people around me. I've learned about compassion. I've learned more than anything else what it is to have a disability. I've truly come to understand and appreciate what it means to do things not to the letter of the law, but by the Spirit of the law. You know, it has strengthened my faith. It has strengthened my beliefs in my fellow man. You know, it's one of those things where I also can appreciate where I am in my life and how blessed I am to be here every day.
Timothy is grateful to be chosen for today's honor.
It's quite an honor, quite an unexpected honor as well. You know, it's a prestigious organization. It is something that I'll always remember, but it also tells me that I need to continue to try and be the best person I can be, create the best organization I can, and to remember to continue to give back